So I am back. That's cool. To work on a new page in the Halloween journal. I got these 2 pages done. This one I did on camera. This one I did not, but this is just a tuck spot. This is using part of my masterboard scraps. And I have made a masterboard and cut it up. And this was basically just various pieces of paper glued to a piece of cardstock and then cut up. And I think what I'm going to do, first off, I guess I should say that I was in an automobile accident 10 days ago, and it has really rocked my world. I was not seriously injured, but my husband was more seriously injured. He had internal bleeding and so forth and so on. So it's been a round of a million doctor's appointments, insurance agents, attorneys. It was the other guy's fault. He ran into us and totaled my truck. So yeah, it's just been an interesting 2 weeks, and I'm finally getting back to making art. All right, I'm going to use this to make a belly band. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And I'm using tacky glue. I always use tacky glue on things that I want to stick quickly and to be really strong, because I have found that it is better than any other thing that I have found. So that's what we're doing here. Just gonna put this down. And this is just some vintage papers that I found. I'm also going to get some ink. To ink the corners of my page. Oops, I picked up the sooty paper again, ink again, but that's okay. I'd already inked this, but I'm going to put a little bit of the black soot on there as well. While I'm doing that, I might as well do this page. Just to get rid of those white pieces on there and to give it a little bit more mood. All right. So that is good. Now, these pages were pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and then this page was more witchy, well, or skeletons, I guess. And then this is witchy and the skeletons again. So I think I'm going to do something a little creepy. Matter of fact, I have this. And I think I'm going to do the black smoke on this too. Just to give it kind of a darker profile. Make it stand out a little bit more from these vintage book papers. I love to use them, but they are very fragile and dry. So they tend to get damaged easily. All right, so we got that. And then got this ticket that I can put on it. Again, just going to darken the edges here. This is printed out from the kit. Look at that there. Maybe up here a little bit. And then I got this guy. I like him. I think I'm also going to do blacken his edges. I've already, a lot of these, when I tear them out, I always just go ahead and hit the edges with some vintage photo ink. But on these, I really want them to be spooky looking. So more dark there. That's perfect. All right. Then, ooh, I do. I have some black lace. I can put that on somewhere in here. I think on that side. What do you think? I think I like that. All right. Get the tacky glue. Go. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. And then these vintage papers really suck up the glue. If you're doing Mod Podge or matte medium on them, you almost have to wet them before you do it. And then I'm going to put the lace on next. So I'm just going to run a strip all the way up the side here. And then put this on like so. I should get sharper scissors. For crying out loud. I tried to sharpen these with the that method they say to use tinfoil, and it's supposed to get them sharper, but it doesn't. I have a sharper pair somewhere. My scissors always end up with glue all over them for some reason. Can't imagine how. All right, then we will put this down. Come on. All right. Now I feel like I need a sentiment. So I can put this down here, or I can put it up here. And I have Dracula. I don't know that he's really a spooky, scary. I feel like I have. Oh, here's creepy. Maybe creepy. Creepy. Now, I certainly have room for just about for another sentiment or quote down here, if I want to put it there. See what quotes I have. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. William Shakespeare in The Tempest. Could put that down here. Or I could do something over here. This one says on Halloween you get to become anything you want to be. In different quotes somewhere. Or not. Well, I want to do something on here. Seems kind of empty down here. So we can put, I think I put that there. Do I put a back on it? I could put a little black behind it. Let's see. Something like this. See, make it a little bit more. I don't want it to stick out too much. Here. Do I like that one better, or do I like on Halloween you can become anything that you want to be? I think I like that one. I'm going to take that down a little bit. Grab the push photo. Then it can have, I could cut out a bunch of tags out of black cardstock. So I can have different size tags back here. We can make some of those to go back in that spot. No, I made a wider tag, maybe not. All right, let's see what we got over here to make some tags. I got all of these great, I'm just tearing this to make it make it fit on the tag. And because I like the torn edges. This is another one of the graphics that came from the, I'm not taking much off, I'm just tearing a little bit here. This is another one of the kit graphics. I like this dude. I think he's supposed to be like the Grim Reaper. Put that there. And we can put something underneath of it. So I have vintage music pages. Page on there, not it may just look better on the black. We got that. Move you out of the way. Put my scraps over here because I'll use some of those to make a new board. So got this. Yeah, I think that this is good. Now this little bit of lace. I don't think it really needs a bow. I'm just trying to think of something else that we could add to this to make it a little bit more creepy. But I don't see anything right off the top of my head. So off here. It can be a little creepy. I thought I had happy Halloween words. I do. So I have these that were printed on some vintage paper. I'm just looking for another little bit of something to put down here to make this. Got all kinds of scraps over here. Trying to think if I want a little bit something more texturous in here. Maybe a little bit of spider webby, this stuff. So if I put this down here. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right. I don't want to overthink these because they are just fun. And I may actually use these to give to my grandchildren for with their Halloween treat. Because, you know, everybody likes a little creepiness on Halloween. I do this with Christmas tag too, and all of my kids, everybody that I buy presents for gets a tag. Custom made for them. All right, and now I'm going to go with this. I'm going to stretch, this is cheesecloth, and I'm just going to stretch this out so that it is kind of everywhere. And then Halloween on it. Now, so these tags are black on the back. Normally what I would do is put a piece of white paper on them so that they could be used for journaling or to write, you know, a sentiment or something if you wanted to send something to somebody, but they will just go right in here like this. Okay, let's do a little bit of something on this other page. I have some shorter bands that could go across here. Oh, I have a couple of shorter ones. I mean, they're shorter. I thought I had some that would fit, but maybe not. All right. So we have this that would go across here. I wanted to do that. Or I can just leave this page open for journaling and put just a little sentiment. I don't want to use them all up on this page, so maybe I'll wait. I may need to do some more. I could do a pocket. I have this pocket, and I have this is not, oh, that is a pocket. I have that pocket that I could do. I think I'll just leave this open for right now. I may come back and do something else to it later, but for the moment, I'm just going to put this in here, let that dry, put that in there and let that dry. Get this page, get this page. This page, and this page needs what? think I'm going to do him maybe as a tuck spot. Let me see what else I've got. So I could definitely do a belly band here or a pocket. This is, thinking I could do him as a tuck spot and then do something else on this page. But again, I think I want to do some collage on this page. And I had some really cool collage papers that I can use. So I have, I don't know if I'm going to use these whole. I kind of almost hate to cut them up. The Witch Hazel Polka, maybe the Witch's Dance. I won't feel so bad about using part of this down here. I really don't like hard edges on my collages. I don't know why. It's just, and other people do them and they look great. And I do mine and I'm like, yeah, it just looks too square to be really vintagey. So you put that there. And then so I have the vintage paper underneath of here anyway. So I don't know if I need to do all of it or if I just want to do part of it. Then I can do this over here as a pocket. Yes, I can do this up here. That'll work. That will work. I'm going to try to ink. It's getting really dry. So it doesn't work very well. And I keep spraying it spritzing it with water to loosen it up again, which works somewhat, but not all that great. Behind here. And then I have this vintage pocket. I have another one as well. Where did you go? Or this would be kind of cool. The Witch's Dance. Got that up there. Then I could just put this and use this as either a tuck spot could use that as a pocket. Or a tuck spot, either one. I could use it as a tuck spot if I put it here and folded the edges a little bit. So I'm just going to fold the edges 1/4 of an inch. so that I can make a little bit of a gusset on there. That there, like so. I think I like that. I think I like it. All right. So let's start gluing things down. This is going to go on this corner. There. And then this over here. I'm actually going to put this in here. Now glue. No. And slide that down. And then this is going to go. Trying not to have to keep shaking my glue because it really annoys me. That's one of the things I don't like about this type of glue is that I'm always having to shake. All right. All right, there's that. Then I'm just going to put glue on the gussets here and down here. And I'm going to stick these right to the edge here. And that will give me another tuck spot here. All right, and this gives me. And again, this will be a good place to put tags. It's like that in there. Just stick that in there for right now to make sure it sticks up. This guy. What do I want to do with him? Yeah, I have him and I have him. I'm just looking for a piece of something to put on this. Of course, I could also go witchy over here and do something like this. I'm pretty sure that somewhere in here I have another witchy quote. Like, double bubble, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. However, that would not necessarily be a good place to put that if I was going to do. Okay, I put it up here. I'm going to do another tuck spot. I'm going to do another tuck spot here. I definitely do not want to put this down here where it's going to get covered up. I have some really cool tape. I think I'm going to grab some. Where's it? Make this all stick down. I don't have any really cool Halloween tape, but I do have really cool botanical tape. I can just put this right in here, like so, because mushrooms kind of go with the boil, boil, toil, and trouble theme, don't you think? All right. I'm not even going to add extra glue onto that. I think it'll stick fine. All right, so now I need to decide what to do with this that has a little bit of glue on it. I'm going to put it here, put my tuck spot here. Soot, ink. Right, for this, I'm going to go ahead and do this with this tacky glue because it'll stay down better. I'm not putting a gusset on this one because it's just paper and it's not very thick paper. So it's probably not going to So now I can stick something in here, like so. Hold all that down. And then I can put this up here. I'm going to put it in the center. Do I want to put it on some cardstock? I have some black construction paper. That may be a little too much. What do you think? Is that too? Yeah, that's too much. I think maybe I'll try cutting it down a little bit. There. Just want a small edge for the most part. Kind of set it off. My desk always looks like this. I keep thinking, I need to clean off my desk, and I do. And then 2 minutes after I start working, it is a mess again. I can't help it. It's just the way I work, and I know it drives some people crazy. Sometimes it gets to the point where it drives me crazy. But, all right. So there's that one. I could definitely do something else on these. I may come back and decorate these, and I may not. It has this little bit of lace. I could do right here along the side of the tuck spot. Let's do that. Just going to cut this off. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Fabri-Tac and just run it down the side, just a few dots, very little bit. And then I'll lay this out so that it hangs over the edge of the page, like so. Perfect. All right, there is 2 more pages. And I'm going to take this out so you can see the actual pages. And this one has a tag. There'll be tags to go in here. Oh, and then we did the belly band ones too. So we did these as well. It's coming along. I may get it finished by Halloween yet.